Okay, so your mother, she comes from Puerto Rico, New York, no husband, 4 kids. Well, she has 4 kids. Your father, you were born here in Puerto Rico.
We were all born here.
You were all born here. So your father was here. Your actual
my
blood
real
father.
My blood
and
father.
Before you came up, he took over.
Yeah, before I was even born. So my sister is going to be 6-year difference. So she's going to be 62. So we're talking about 6 years. So 1959.
So your mother comes 1959.
1959.
Births 4 children.
Meets him.
Now she's single. Then meets him.
Then meets him and then gets married.
So so your relationship with your mother coming up already? You're telling me she's verbally abusive. She's traumatized you at a young age.
At a young age.
Continue.
At the same time, the hypocrisy was I'm the baby, so I'm spoiled. So how can I be spoiled but get treated like that whenever she responded? But then she told me a story once about my sister, which is my second sister. There's my sister Velma, and then Alina, and then my brother, rest his soul, Cornelius, which you consider his name.
All right, real quick.
Go ahead.
We're going to get back to the story.
Go ahead, please.
We're going to get...
Go ahead, whatever.
To the people listening, I want to apologize because I do have to learn how to format these questions. Because things come up, you want to jump into them, but you don't want to jump ahead. Right. Okay, so, let's go. Let's revert back to re-ask. I want to bring this up again. Right. But you're saying your mother comes from Puerto Rico. Uh-huh. Your father's from Puerto Rico. No, your father is... My real father is from... He's Irish.
He's half Irish, half
Native,
half Cherokee.
Native American.
Yes.
Okay, because you say your siblings' names are Velma,
Arlena, and Cornelius. Yeah.
Those are not typical Puerto Rican names.
No, they're not.
Usually the mother has some say.
No, she had no say.
Okay, so your Irish Cherokee dad named you guys.
Most likely,
clearly,
yeah.
It seems like it.
Yeah, it had to.
Because I've never heard of Cornelius Puerto Rican. Right, of course. But I'm sure they exist because they clearly
Cornelio.
exist.
You translate.
No, you translate anything.
They make it into
okay.
Anthony is actually Antonio.
Okay, so your mom, continue.
Yeah.
She's raising you.
She's doing what she got to do. And she was very bitter at the circumstances that my father left her in. She didn't know what to do. So what was our savior was, what people don't like to talk about is the welfare system. Because we went from couldn't put food on the table, couldn't fill the refrigerator, to all of a sudden, welfare is the savior that gets us food, fills the cabinets, and fills the refrigerator.
And she's bitter because she's
still bitter because she got to go through the system. But she says, "The hell with it! I'm gonna take care of what I gotta do. The rest is history."
But you get along with her throughout at home, like in the household. You saying she was verbally abusive? That was throughout your childhood, or was there?
Well, it changed It changed after 18 years of age.
Okay, when you grew up and stood up.
And no, when you grew up and was able to work and put some money in her hand.
Got you.
Once the money came in, silence was born.
Pacified.
Was it? It was like, what you said? Nothing. As soon as I came home from work, payday, that's how that was. You bought silence.
Okay, well, clearly you said you were poor. Mm-hmm. South Bronx, late 70s?
Late 70s. Not even.
Early late 60s, early 70s?
Mid 60s. I'm a 60s
okay,
baby.
So you saw the Bronx burning everything. So now you're saying
yeah,
you're poor, so I don't have to ask about the economic state.
Right.
But did your father, or I'm going to say your father.
Yeah.
Did he teach you any, you said you got your work ethic from him.
Because he always worked.
But did they teach you, okay. So did he teach you any financial responsibilities, like credit, save money?
No.
For a rainy day, nothing.
Nothing.
But yeah, he taught you work ethic?
Get up and go. Get up, do something.
But he didn't try to tell you what to do with it. I mean, coming from a man who had to step up for 4 children, figure out how to feed all these kids, I'm assuming he learned how to finagle the money in the house.
She did.
Oh, she did the money.
She did the money. He made the money. She did the money.
She finessed it. Did your mother tell you anything to that effect? So, like the typical household, you go out to the world with no education.
Yeah, no education
on budgeting and how to save for the groceries and
nothing. Okay. Didn't learn how to cook because men didn't do that. Mm-hmm. Us men didn't learn how to cook. And no, go over there. You eat what I tell you. And when
which
you want
is
to
interesting.
Learn,
that's interesting. I mean, in my case, my mother was the opposite. She said, "Here, learn how to make these eggs, so you never need a woman." See what I'm saying?
I wish my mother would have done that when I was younger.
She was more old-fashioned, I guess.
Right.
She was like a woman in the kitchen, man bring home the bacon type.
Right.
The rhetoric.
Yes.
Okay. You said you had 3 other siblings. What was your dynamic with them in the household? Who's the oldest to youngest?
Oldest, Arlena, which is my big little sister, because she's a little person, so to speak, but without those features.
Okay.
So she's just short. Then my brother, rest his soul, 2 years younger than her. He was brought up very rough.
How did he pass away? If you don't mind me asking.
He died 2000, 2 days before his 39th birthday. Wow. In a motorcycle accident. Yeah. So this day I still relive it like yesterday. That shit is like, wow. And I'm still.
How much older was he?
4 years older.
So you guys hung out a lot.
He was very
4
close.
years, not that big a difference.
He was like, what? Don't do this. He was my big brother. He didn't play that
in the actual sense.
In the actual sense, like what you said, nothing. What? Nothing. It was like that. Then as I got older, was able to be like, I still did the nothing. Yeah. But I learned. I grew past him mentally, maturity level. I never disrespected him. I made him feel like I'm smarter than you now. I'm stronger than you now.
Were you and your brother friends?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was dynamic. He was a major part in contributing to my don't do this. Don't do what I do. Do as I tell you. Don't follow this route. And there's certain things I've done in my life that I can't tell you because you lose respect for me.
South Bronx.
Gang related.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Your younger sister.
Older sister. Well, younger than him, older than me.
Okay.
I'm the baby.
You're the baby. Okay.
Yeah.
Velma. What's your relationship like with her?
Complex. Because Velma is resentful of being the second child rather than being the first one like me. So I was always saying I was babied and I was spoiled, but she still called me her baby brother. And I'd be like, I'm 2 years younger than you. I'm taller than you. But I'm still a baby brother. Yep. Call me a younger brother.
You the baby brother?
I said, no. I'd be like, no. Like,
I won't accept it.
No. We're fighting that. I'm fighting that shit tooth and nail. No, not. Dynamics. As I got older, I got stronger. So she's always been, and I hate to throw her under the bus. She's she loves finances. She's about money. Money. I spent this. If she spent this, she this is what she got for it. She's very, I won't say materialistic, but yet she is. She's not greedy, but yet she is. And then she's selfish, but then she's not. It's a lot of contradictions with my sister. So we bump heads. Okay. And I got to shut her down real fast. And she knows what? And nah. So she doesn't test me.
But all 3 of you get along to this day? Do you guys get together often?
No. The best thing for us not to get together.
Do you guys live near each other, or is it like out of state type thing?
My sister lives up in Middletown, and we hardly see each other. Sometimes we'll connect. She'll call. I'm over here, or where you at? I'm in Ma's house. My older sister is the one that always calls my mom every day. I don't. I live next to my mother, and I hardly see my mom because I'm like my mother. Yeah. I'm home. I don't want to be over here. I want to be bothered. I'll call you.
And you have your own family.
And I have my own thing going on. My kids are big. My kids are 25 and 20. So they're doing their own thing. So I'm half the time by myself. So I'm like, I should go over there, but then I don't. That's my responsibility. My mother's getting up in age.
Absolutely. Daily? Because,
that's something I got to fight. Because my mom is like that. I'm like my mom.
Because you know what to expect once you walk through those doors and you don't want to deal with it. How old is your mother now?
My mother's 85.
Do you think you'll regret all the times that you could have walked into that room and didn't walk into that house?
Yeah, I won't regret it because it's the choices I make. I'm going to live with my choices. But can I do something more now? Absolutely. Can I talk to her more? Yeah. Call her more. Go see her more? Absolutely.
So you're conscious that you're not.
I'm conscious of it. And it's something I got to fight tooth and nails because I'm like her.
But you don't think it's wrong. It's just something.
This is what it is.
That's what it is.
There's no, I'm not going to take responsibility. I did what I did. You want me to regret it? I told somebody this once. On top of what you're feeling, like you're depressed about a situation, you're not going to make me mad too. That's too many emotions.
No, that's misery, love, company.
Yeah, so if I'm disappointed at something happening over there, oh, your shit should have been here. You should have your sons with you. I'm going to go, see, I'm already disappointed and not here. I'm not going to be mad too. So I choose the latter and go, I'm just going to be disappointed and leave it at that. Let's do something else because certain situations, they're separate. If I got a beef over here with some dude, I'm still going to say, yo, what's going on? How you? But I'm going to have my eye looking at dude over here and not worried about him, but still notice him and still be like, yo, everything all right with you? Then I look over here and be like, yeah, I wish you would, but I'm still like, I learned to separate things. Like some people don't know how to do that. Yeah. They get caught up with this and they bring it over here and they take it over. I don't do that.
So if you were to walk into her house, everything is going to come at you. All her problems, she's going to hit you with. She don't know how to leave it and just be, hey, mom, it's me.
Yeah, it's me. I had to check her. Like, Mom, hi, how are you?
I just came to say hi, not for the drama.
Not for the drama. Or if I don't call, I don't come, I don't hardly see you. I said, well, you're here. You see me now. Let's enjoy the time we have right now. We could talk about the other stuff that's irrelevant. Hi, how are you? Kiss my mom on the forehead. I hug my mom. She always brings up my brother. She misses my brother. Yeah. And I'm like, what do you tell a mother that lost one of her sons?
Nothing you can say.
Nothing. You just go, how you feeling? You need anything you need me to do? Yeah, the light went out. So I'm putting out light bulbs. Anything else?
Mom.
I got you. Help you when I can, but I gotta go. Oh, why you gotta? Don't ask why. You know I had a life.